Welcome back to Heaven Sent Bible Quizzes. Today's 25-question challenge takes us into one of the most prophetic books of the Old Testament, the book of Daniel. From fiery furnaces to lions' dens, this quiz will test your knowledge of courage, prophecy, and unwavering faith. So, are you ready to see how much you know about this remarkable man of God and the incredible visions he recorded? Then let's begin. Question 1. Why did Daniel refuse to eat the king's meat and drink his wine? A. He was fasting. B. To prove faithfulness. Or C. To avoid defilement. The answer is C. To avoid defilement. Daniel chose obedience to God's dietary laws over royal luxury, demonstrating faith that God would sustain him without compromise. His conviction became a testimony that holiness outweighs status. Daniel 1 verse 8 to 15. Question 2. What did Nebuchadnezzar's dream of the great statue represent? A. Rise and fall of kingdoms. B. Israel's return. Or C. Babylon's power alone. The answer is A. Rise and fall of kingdoms. Each section of the statue symbolized a different empire, revealing that God alone directs the course of nations. Daniel's insight proved that divine wisdom exceeds all earthly power. Daniel 2 verse 31 to 45. Question 3. Why were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego cast into the fiery furnace? A. They refused to worship the idol. B. They broke the royal fast. Or C. They mocked king's decree. The answer is A. They refused to worship the idol. Their unwavering faith in God over fear of death demonstrated the cost of true devotion. Their miraculous survival revealed God's presence amid the flames. Daniel 3 verse 12 to 27. Question 4. What caused King Nebuchadnezzar to lose his sanity? A. His pride. B. Persecuting Jews. Or C. Fear of gods. The answer is A. His pride. God humbled the king who exalted himself above heaven's authority, proving that pride leads to downfall. His eventual restoration showed that God's mercy follows repentance. Daniel 4 verse 30 to 37. Question 5. What mysterious hand appeared before King Belshazzar during his feast? A. A messenger. B. A writing hand. Or C. An ancestral spirit. The answer is B. A writing hand. The words foretold the fall of Babylon, revealing that divine judgment strikes swiftly against arrogance. The handwriting declared God's verdict on human pride. Daniel 5 verse 5 to 31. Question 6. Why was Daniel thrown into the lion's den? A. He refused to stop praying. B. He angered the magicians. Or C. He interpreted a dream. The answer is A. He refused to stop praying. Even under threat of death, Daniel's loyalty to God remained unbroken. His deliverance demonstrated that faith is stronger than fear or decree. Daniel 6 verse 7 to 23. Question 7. What did Daniel see rising from the sea in one of his visions? A. A pillar of smoke. B. A fiery chariot. Or C. 4 great beasts. The answer is C. 4 great beasts. Each creature represented a world empire, showing that human kingdoms rise and fall under God's dominion. The vision revealed God's ultimate plan for eternal rule. Daniel 7, verse 2-7. Question 8. Who appeared before the Ancient of Days in Daniel's vision? A. The Son of Man. B. The angel Gabriel, or C. The prophet Elijah. The answer is A. The Son of Man. This divine figure received everlasting authority and glory from God Himself. The vision foreshadowed Christ's eternal kingdom. Daniel 7, verse 13-14. Question 9. In Daniel's vision of the ram and the goat, what did the goat symbolize? A. Persia, B. Greece, or C. Rome? The answer is B. Greece. The goat's swift conquest represented Alexander the Great's rise to power. The breaking of its horn foretold the division of his empire. Daniel 8, verse 5-8. Question 10. Why did Daniel faint and become sick for days after one of his visions? A. The message terrified him. B. Enemies attacked him. Or C. He fasted too long. The answer is A. The message terrified him. The revelation of future destruction and suffering overwhelmed his spirit. Daniel's reaction shows the heavy burden of prophetic truth. Daniel 8, verse 27. Question 11. What prompted Daniel to pray and fast with sackcloth and ashes? A. King's decree. B. Personal illness. Or C. Israel's captivity. The answer is C. Israel's captivity. He sought God's mercy for Israel's sins and their long exile. His heartfelt repentance opened the way for divine revelation. Daniel 9, verse 3-4. Question 12. Who delivered God's answer to Daniel's prayer about Jerusalem's restoration? A. Michael. B. Gabriel. Or C. Raphael. The answer is B. Gabriel. The angel revealed the prophecy of 70 weeks, detailing God's redemptive timeline for His people. It affirmed that heaven responds swiftly to sincere prayer. Daniel 9, verse 20-23. Question 13. What did Daniel see standing by the Tigris River in his final vision? A. A man in linen. B. A golden cherub. Or C. A fiery wheel. The answer is A. A man in linen. The radiant being's presence left Daniel trembling in awe. His words unveiled future conflicts and divine intervention in Israel's destiny. Daniel 10, verse 4-6. How are you doing so far? The book of Daniel is a powerful reminder that God rules over every kingdom, every challenge, and every moment of our lives. If you're enjoying this quiz, take a second to hit that like button and show your support. It really helps more people discover these faith-building quizzes. All right, let's keep going. Question 14. Which angel is called the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people? A. Gabriel. B. Michael. Or C. Uriel. The answer is B. Michael. He is portrayed as Israel's protector during times of great trouble. His strength reveals God's defense of His chosen people. Daniel 12, verse 1. Question 15. What did Daniel refuse to do when the decree forbade prayer to anyone but the king? A. Hide his faith. B. Pray silently. Or C. Stop praying. The answer is C. Stop praying. His devotion to God outweighed fear of human law. This act of courage led to his deliverance and the king's praise of God. Daniel 6 verse 10 to 23. Question 16. How did Nebuchadnezzar respond after the fiery furnace miracle? A. Freed Israel. B. Honored God. Or C. Built a new idol. The answer is B. Honored their God. Witnessing divine power firsthand, the king recognized the God of Israel as supreme. It was a moment of forced reverence but genuine awe. Daniel 3 verse 28 to 29. Question 17. What object struck the statue in Nebuchadnezzar's dream and destroyed it? A. A stone cut without hands. B. Bolt of lightning. Or C. Sword of fire. The answer is A. A stone cut without hands. It symbolized God's kingdom, established by divine power rather than human effort. The stone's growth into a mountain revealed his eternal reign. Daniel 2 verse 34 to 35. Question 18. How old was Daniel when he was taken captive to Babylon, according to tradition? A. About 15, B. About 30, or C. About 50. The answer is A. About 15. Though young, he showed extraordinary faith and wisdom that surpassed his elders. His steadfastness proved that spiritual maturity is not measured by age. Daniel 1 verse 3 to 6. Question 19. What was the fate of the men who accused Daniel before King Darius? A. Banished. B. Imprisoned. Or C. Thrown to lions. The answer is C. Thrown to lions. The same trap they set for Daniel became their downfall. Justice was swift, proving that deceit brings destruction. Daniel 6 verse 24. Question 20. What did Daniel do immediately after interpreting Nebuchadnezzar's forgotten dream? A. Took gifts. B. Praised God. Or C. Wrote the dream. The answer is B. Praised God. He humbly acknowledged that wisdom belongs to God alone, not to men. His humility magnified divine power above human intellect. Daniel 2 verse 27 to 30. Question 21. What animal was Nebuchadnezzar compared to during his period of madness? A. An ox. B. A lion. Or C. A wolf. The answer is A. An ox. His pride reduced him to living like a beast until he recognized heaven's authority. The humiliation showed God's power to humble kings. Daniel 4, verse 32 to 33. Question 22. What vision gave Daniel insight into future rulers of Persia and Greece? A. A ram and goat. B. A fiery chariot. Or C. Dry bones. The answer is A. A ram and goat. It portrayed the clash of empires centuries before it happened. This prophecy proved God's complete knowledge of history. Daniel 8 verse 3 to 8. Question 23. What river served as the setting for Daniel's final revelation? A. Nile, B. Hiddekel, or C. Jordan? The answer is B. Hiddekel. From its banks, Daniel received some of the Bible's most detailed end-time prophecies. The scene signified both clarity and mystery in God's plans. Daniel 10 verse 4. Question 24. What did Daniel learn about those who sleep in the dust of the earth? A. They will be judged immediately. B. They're forgotten. Or C. They shall awake. The answer is C. They shall awake. Daniel foresaw resurrection and eternal destiny for the righteous and the wicked. It's one of the clearest Old Testament promises of life after death. Daniel 12 verse 2. Question 25. What instruction was Daniel given at the end of his book? A. Seal the words. B. Proclaim the visions. Or C. Destroy the scrolls. The answer is A. Seal the words. The message was preserved for a future generation to understand. It reminds us that God's timing governs revelation. Daniel 12 verse 4. Well done! You've completed the Book of Daniel Bible quiz. Daniel's faith, courage, and trust in God remind us that no matter how dark the world becomes, God's kingdom will always stand. If this quiz challenged and blessed you, leave us a comment when you post your result. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and share it with family and friends. Thank you for spending this time with us. And as always, God bless you, and we'll see you in the next quiz.